Hey gang, Spada coming at you with a video review. This time we are taking a look at another Webdiver toy. The pronunciation of the toy is, I think it's pronounced Daedalion. Daedalion. It's Daedalion, and that's Daedalion. So I'm assuming it's Daedalion for us non-Japanese speakers. Daedalion is a, I don't know what he is. I think he's supposed to be a submarine. Or maybe a very ill-conceived double drill tank. Or maybe some kind of weird spaceship. I'm going to go with submarine because there are a lot of highlights to make me think that. One, there are anchors on both sides. There are torpedoes on both sides. There are little fins here, or little propellers here, and propellers in the back. I don't know why this is even on top, but okay. There looks like a cockpit right here that has another pseudo-cockpit that might be an extended pilot seat. So I'm going with submarine. One thing that's nice is that it does have this little white peg, this white stand that if this wasn't there, the thing would just fall forward. It actually allows the figure to sit on a flat surface, on a stand. It also... There are two other figures called Pegasus Lion and Daedalion that merge with this figure and form two transport modes attached down here, and then you would extend this all the way out so that it would have stability. Unfortunately, I do not have either of those figures. So, in this mode, he doesn't actually have anything that fires. You push these torpedoes out, and they're just held in there. They just get pushed out. And little Titan here, his crotch flashes. Fans of ladies everywhere. Okay, so like Dragon, and like all the other figures in the Webdiver series, this guy has an assault mode, which will start off by opening these parts up. Now these will form the base and the feet of both the main figure and of the assault mode. So there, that's done. Push that in. Take this section and just kind of pop it off. What you do here is you take that and you slide it all the way down, and that allows you, and just twist the gun out of the way, to fold that, which will form the bottom part of the leg. So we'll do the same thing over here. And then fold that up like that. And twist it around. There we go. So turn these like that. Now, if the batteries were working in this thing, what you're supposed to do is take Titan, and there's an LED sensor, or not an LED, an IR sensor somewhere on here that would pop open the chest. Well, that's not going to happen, so you got to push the button. And you got to push the button up. Oops. There we go. Oh man, these things are tight. Give me a second. Oh, jeez. I don't want to break it. Ah, there we go. He is kind of spindly, though, I will admit. So, here we go. And then you take one of these missiles, or I thought there were missiles on the back, but there aren't. And there's a cannon right here. And you push the button, and a little thing will shoot out. So, you know what? We're almost at the robot mode, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to pop this part out, which oddly enough looks like an engine block. Close that. These are obviously the arms. And we'll rotate the fists out. And then Titan is a headmaster. Fold those up, fold the feet back, and just latch them in on top. And now what was the crotch now forms a nice top of the head, and it's got LED, or I guess that's an LED, yeah. So the engine block actually transforms into a battle axe, which can be held by the figure. Nice little opposable thumb here allows you to actually put the battle axe in. And there we go. And something else you can do with the battle axe is you can put one of the torpedoes on it and launch it over onto the other side of the room. It actually doesn't launch that far. It's only about 2 feet, but still, it's enough to be an annoyance. And this can actually fold, so you can hold it like a gun. But I prefer the axe. So there we go. Daedalion in robot mode. This guy's big. I mean, he's pretty darn big. I mean, this is about a foot tall. So, as you can see, he's bulky. I keep feeling like I'm going to break him. I know that sounds weird, but he doesn't have much in the way of stability or... saying stability isn't fair. It's more of just feels like there's a lot of parts on here that can be easily broken. Forget articulation. He has virtually no articulation. That's the scope of his articulation. Almost as much as a Super Sentai figure. That's not to say he's a bad figure. He's better than Drag-On. Or Drag-On and on and on. I like him a little bit better than Drag-On, but Drag-On's vehicle mode is much cooler, and his robot mode is cooler. But this is more of a figure. This is more of a toy. This takes up a lot less shelf space, too. As you can see, Drag-On is taking up just pretty much my entire top shelf over there. So, that's not to say that he's a great figure. He's definitely not a great figure. There's no real... I mean, he's just kind of got an empty chest there. And when he's in vehicle mode, there's nowhere to store Titan. You can't just attach him on the back, because the engine block, as you can see, would interfere with the little robot's head. You can't hold him in there. I got this guy for like $10 on eBay several years ago, so I can't argue with the price. The quality of the figure is questionable. I keep feeling like I'm going to break the damn thing. His vehicle mode is also questionable. I don't know what it is. Nobody seems to know. We think it's a submarine. But Webdiver, I don't believe, aired all of their episodes. But, I mean, he does look cool in robot mode. I mean, this whole big, giant, bulky robot mode is pretty cool. Other than that, though, I can't recommend the figure. I mean, yeah, he's got this headmaster gimmick, which with the other two figures, Pegasus Lion and Ligon, they also they also become headmasters as well, but I don't have those. I've never even had an inkling to purchase them. So that kind of defeats the purpose of this figure. Okay, yeah, I've got this figure, but he's not a complete figure without those other two toys. So I can't recommend this guy. If you see it on eBay, and if you're so inclined for cheap, sure, go ahead and get it. But otherwise, I'd rather you get Dragon because that's a more complete figure. And plus, it just looks cooler on the shelf.